Alright, I'm going to try and keep this video concise, but what I want to touch on is, I know there's definitely a few of you who have watched self-improvement videos, you've watched how to attract women, etc., etc., and you're always hearing people going on about an aesthetic physique. And like myself included, I believed this was the way to go. I believed this is what I was striving for. Up until like recently when I had a realization. And my realization was that an intimidating physique will always beat an aesthetic physique. Now my rationale behind this is, if you think about this, okay, when you have an aesthetic physique, the only places that it serves you a purpose is in the gym, at the beach or the pool, and maybe on Instagram. And the only benefit that you're getting out of it is attracting women. And maybe a few like punk kids are going to be like, oh dude, you look really good. And that's about all you get. Okay. Now, if all you want to do is attract women, that is fine. That will work for you. That will do the job. You know, keep your abs year round. Do it. I'm serious. Like, do it if that's all you want. But if you're a man with a bit of ambition and a bit of drive in life when it comes to other areas like making money, etc., etc., if you have ambition for this, you're gonna know, like me, you're gonna realize that attracting women is not the most important thing in the world, and it's not. There are way more important things, and that is why I am provocating men to build intimidating physiques, okay, and scrap the whole e-boy 8-pack, you know, Greek god like flexing like David Lade physiques. Scrap that for now, because the difference between an intimidating physique and a aesthetic physique is this. It's the same shape, but more size. That's all I'm saying. What I want is to look big in clothes, right? Think about it, like you're going to go to a board meeting or something like that. You're doing a sales pitch. You know, you started your company and you're trying to get a client, right? You walk in. If you had the aesthetic physique, you would just look like an ordinary guy walking in. You know, you look like a skinny kid. Especially for us young guys, we will look like skinny kids walking in. Even though underneath we have a 6-pack and, you know, 3D shoulders. You can't really see it in the suit. But let's say you're like 95 kilograms. You know, you're muscular, but you got some fat going. In the suit, you were going to be filling that up, man. Your arms are going to be bulging out. You can see, okay, this guy is hardcore. And that's the thing, man. When we've built our intimidating physiques, we are going to look dangerous. We're going to be walking around the street outsizing 90% of people. You know, maybe the fat people will give us some issues, but other than that, we're going to be bigger than a lot of people around us. And anyone who argues with me on the fact that size isn't important for men, of course it is. If you're the biggest guy in the room, you're instantly going to have respect from all the other men. It's guaranteed. Okay, don't argue with me on that. We all know this. When a bigger guy steps next to you, a guy bigger than you instantly feel like a bitch. Okay? Now, my goal is to be that bigger guy. I just think that when you've built an intimidating physique and you look big in clothing, you look big, let's say you look big all the time, I think that positively bleeds into so many aspects of your life, like your business life, your social life. And do you think that like a guy who looks really jacked in clothes isn't going to get chicks? He'll probably get more chicks than the guy with the aesthetic physique. Why? Because he's out and about, and women who are around him will see the respect that other men give him. And she will see him as a high-value man because, okay, all these guys are listening to him, everyone's respecting him, no one overlaps him when he's talking, all the other girls are giving him attention. There you go, instantly. You know, you didn't need the 6-pack. You're an intimidating masculine man. Of course a woman's going to be attracted to you. So I think step one for building ourselves up as men, because that is the goal here, is to build ourselves up to the ideal specimen of a man, right? In every aspect, in physical, in mental, in emotional, everything, okay? And I think step one or even step 0 is obviously being in the gym. But now what I'm provocating is to build intimidating physiques. You need to look like a hardcore motherfucker. Right? Just think about how far that will get you in the world. That alone. Just looking intimidating. Just looking like you know what you're talking about. Just looking like you mean business when you walk into a room and you're fucking jacked. And everyone can see that you're fucking jacked. That is so much. I think that is infinitely more worthwhile than hiding your six-pack under a t-shirt and just looking like an average Joe at the beach with his flip-flops on. You know? I don't see the point of having a perfect physique if it's only on show at the gym. To me, this just is not practical anymore. And attracting women with my body is not enough anymore. I want more. I want respect. So from here on out, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm putting in place. I want, within the next 5 years, I want to have an intimidating physique. I want to be 95 kilograms. And I will be 95 kilograms, and I will have an intimidating physique. And I'll come back to you, and I will show you, look, this is the results this physique got me. Because I've been lean for a while now. And yes, it helped me. Yes, it got me women, etc., etc. But in terms of like respect in my day-to-day life, I saw very little change. Now, when I'm talking about an intimidating physique, the muscles that you specifically want to focus on, and don't take this the wrong way, I'm not saying don't train the other muscles. Absolutely, you need to be training every muscle in your body. But the most bang for your buck, the primary muscles to focus are going to be your neck. Obviously, neck training is important, guys. We need to train our necks. As we can see, like the difference that it makes. Also, like just when you're wearing a t-shirt, your neck is always exposed. We know this. So train your neck. Traps also, man. Traps are so underrated. I'm trying to grow some bigger traps. But yeah, traps are underrated. They definitely just give you that fucking manly look when you got big traps sticking out. Shoulders, you want 3D delts, man. Okay, so neck, traps, shoulders, chest. I think you need to train chest. Looks good, but again, in a t-shirt or like a hoodie, it's not really doing much. So chest not part of that. Back is important, and arms. So neck, traps, shoulders, arms, and back. Legs, you still need to train, but it's not important. We can wear pants. You don't need to have jacked legs. Just do your squats. Calves, fuck calves. Yeah, so those are the muscles we want to be focusing on. And I don't know, even if you don't agree with me on this, I hope it would at least change your perspective and make you think that, help you just understand that just because one person says you need to build an aesthetic physique doesn't mean that we have to build an aesthetic physique. And just because I say you need an intimidating physique, it doesn't mean we need intimidating physiques. This is just what I am provocating. So what I think is going to be the most beneficial in your life as a man.